Hey, it's us. We are back from Bremen. It's me, Warren, and from Texas.
Hi, I'm Bridget from San Antonio, Texas, and we are back on another Tech Talk on Warren's channel. If you like this video, please press the thumbs up. If you don't like it, press thumbs up twice. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this with somebody, especially if they don't understand why their website isn't working. And a lot of people will come to me as a social media manager, Warren, and they'll be like, well, I have this website and I'm looking at it and like the copy is outdated. This button isn't working. This link is broken. So it leads us to today's topic, which is why conduct a website audit? Like, what's a website audit? When does somebody need to do it? How do we solve the problems that we find in the website audit?
There you go. That's a good question. So our little tech talk today, tech talk number four, is, like, how do you keep an eye on your website? Now it could be if something's broken, you don't know what's broken. You might contact an agency and say, okay, I think something's wrong with our website. We're really not too sure. Can you audit our website? So that could be one thing. You might want to audit your website because it's a problem. Something's not working on your website. But doing a website audit can also be useful if you don't have a problem. Keeping an eye on your website just to make sure that no problems come up. Okay. So we're going to go through this with you. Some of it we've actually already gone through. If you regularly audit your website, then what you're doing is you are, making the job a lot easier if something does break, because you've eliminated all those possibilities. And, then maybe if you do need someone to come in, you can be very specific and let them know what the problem is. So a bit of this is, more techie stuff, but it also connects, to topics that we talked about before, SEO and co. So what we're going to do today is sort of in the middle of what we've done and what we're going to do. I'd like to talk about detect if your website is optimized for mobile. You might hear clients say, oh, I can't see this on my mobile phone. So this is a good chance to check to see or make sure your website is actually mobile friendly.
And that really matters. Like today, Warren, I was on a client site and they have this beautiful menu and everything looks great on desktop. And this is a problem with WordPress developers because they have these giant monitors and everything like that. I have an 11-inch MacBook Pro, right? And I'm on my phone because I want to share a link. And in the menu, in the mobile menu, there's no link to the blog.
Yeah, that's troublesome. Yeah, it's exactly what you say. I mean, a lot of times, whoever built your website had a huge monitor and you're looking at a different monitor. Your clients, your customers are looking at a smaller monitor. Not always a good idea. So, we want to take a look and see if our website is, is mobile friendly. I want to make sure it's safe. It's using a certificate, and all of our content is safe on it. That's really important for not just data protection, but also Google. We want to see the broken links, and this can happen, especially if you have older content. Maybe you've linked to content, in 2019, and well, that link no longer works on whatever website you were linking to, or perhaps you've changed content internally, and the paths are no longer what they used to be. So this is important to make sure that if someone's looking for content, they're clicking on a link that actually goes somewhere, not just this page cannot be found. All right.
Yeah.
And then the last thing we want to take a look at is to see if this is like missing content, so duplicate content. And I'm not really talking plagiarism here. What I'm talking about is that, there's, duplicate content on your site, or actual missing content. So in meta descriptions, you've got some missing headlines on your pages, or maybe, you know, whoever was doing your site for the last few years is taking chunks of content and repurposing them all over your website. So what you've got, you know, are hundreds of similar blocks of content all over the place. So this is what I want to look at today. And sort of like half of, you know, right in the middle of our tech audit. And then next talk, we're going to be looking at everything down here below, URL structure and things like that. And then you've got a website that works, a website that Google can find, and that's, you know, a big plus for you and whoever's using your website. And all of these things are things that you can do yourself. You know, we looked at crawl errors, we looked at core web vitals, we looked at Google Fonts in our first in Tech Talk 1, 2, and 3. You know, so by the time we've done Tech Talk 5, there's so much that you can do. You don't need to call an agency, and, you know, we've probably easily saved you, like, you know, $1,000. You know, so you can save a lot of time and a lot of money. And yeah, send the money to the address you see on your screen, post office box, send us the money. All right, just kidding. So let's jump right into this. A mobile website. Is your website mobilized? Is your website optimized for mobile? Is your website optimized for mobile, Ms. Bridget Willard?
I think it is, although I'm not that okay. So Rhonda and I have these conversations because I think that, listen, I paid $5,600 to have 20/20 vision.
Yeah.
If I'm really tired, I have to put 1.5 readers on.
Okay.
But like literally my eyes are perfect. I should be able to look at my website with a minimum of 14 to 16 point font. And Beaver Builder, as much as I love it, is not always the best with their mobile version of their website, which is very frustrating.
I think I put the wrong.
And also,
go ahead, keep going.
I'm not totally sure how we're supposed to change the global styles.
Yeah.
You know, it almost makes me just want a generic theme with a regular style sheet, just one style sheet that has mobile, like minimum font sizes. Because, you know, these people, like our friend Rhonda, she has a giant monitor. So she actually now, because I've made her aware of it by screenshotting, now she uses her husband's MacBook, which is the same size as mine, 11-inch. And she'll check in on that too, because all the checker things like this, they're not always 100%. They're really helpful, but they're not always 100%.
This is
and
very
especially
true.
on mobile, one of the things that can be a problem is the actual order, because the content that looks great on a landscape situation, now when you shrink it to make it responsive, those breakpoints will make them stack in a certain order, and you want to make sure that the most important thing isn't buried at the bottom somehow.
Yeah, that's very, very true. That's very true. Yeah, so I pulled up ReadyMobi, which is it's a pretty good you know, look for you know, to see at least if your content, as you say, is stacking, you know, and you're seeing a mobile like a hamburger menu. But yeah, it's very important as well, is, you know, once you see this, if you're happy with this, you say, yeah, everything seems to be looking good, that you then actually look at your website on a mobile device, and not just your Samsung, your Android device, but also your Apple device. This is really important. In the same way as, you know, on your desktop, you look at your website in Chrome, you also look at your website in Explorer, in Firefox, and make sure that everything is the way it should be. You know, the colors, etc.
Explorer, you mean Microsoft Edge?
No, I still call it Explorer. I'm a bit of a vintage kind of guy, you know.
So
the
if you
edge.
scroll down,
Something
does it,
very
if you
edgy
scroll,
about it.
yeah, if you scroll down, does it have tablet view?
It's got high tier phone, which are almost the same size as tablet. They don't have tablet.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wondering.
But, and that's probably okay, because if you look at the numbers of tablet visitors to websites, I mean, it's what, 3% or something. I don't think anyone actually uses tablets anymore. I mean, I know I have one, but I use it as a coaster,
Yeah.
because now my
Or,
phone is actually as big as the tablet. It's very disturbing. But yeah, this is a good way.
Do we
You
want to see
can,
my website on there?
it doesn't pick up, but I think it's maybe because I didn't put the, I put down the wrong, I put down the
HTTPS.
uh, wrong URL. Quite possible. I'm just going to try it again, though. Da, 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 da. No, it is
Oh,
being
how
blocked.
weird.
Your
Why?
website is specifically blocking Ready Mobi.
That's weird.
Well, it's possible that that your website sees this as some sort of spam bot or something
Spam
like
traffic.
that. Spam
Maybe
traffic.
it's my host.
Could be your host. So that's actually kind of good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Shows that your host, the host is the most. You got the host with the mostest, or hostess the mostest, host with the most. I don't know. It's good though. You're blocking strange traffic, so that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. I mean, I wouldn't see anything wrong with that. I mean, we see your website is here. We see that it scales down. Everything is there, so it's certainly there.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, well, it wouldn't be here. So yeah. That's very important. It's the first thing. I mean, if your website isn't got mobile yet, I mean, it's not going to show up in Google rankings for anyone searching for it on mobile. And, people are not going to thank you.
Yeah, party like it's 2014, because that's been a rule since 2015.
Yeah, it has been around since some time now. So it's time to put up or give up.
Well, that's why I built my first WordPress website, is because the mobile optimization situation.
Yeah.
That's why I remember it's 2015.
Yeah. So, if our website has passed like the mobile check, then we should really check and see that it's using an SSL certificate, like it's got HTTPS. And that might sound bizarre. You might say, well, of course it is. I mean, they all do. And yeah, they should all do, but
I see them all the time, Warren. I see them all the time.
Yeah. And so this might, show you that, well, you do have an HTTPS certificate, but perhaps the website isn't secure because you've got mixed content on a page. Especially if you're bringing in content, you've got old links. I have this on my site. I've seen that I've got a logo coming from another page, and that page was HTTP. I mean, this is a really old logo. Yeah, see, it's blocking, your site is blocking any sort of strange behavior. So I don't know what host you're using, but it's a very good host. It's keeping your site safe.
Site District.
Yeah, Site District. Let's do a little commercial for Site District. Site District keeps your website safe.
Yeah.
That's good. We'll check my unsafe hosting.
He says that tongue in cheek, y'all. But seriously,
Yeah.
a lot, when you have a good host, a managed WordPress host, HTTPS is just completely included.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
yours isn't by default?
Yeah, well, it is. See, it's locked. It's HTTPS, and I know that if I go into my server and if I go into my WordPress, it's all HTTPS. So probably what's happening here is it's going to be it's those weird logos that are not picked up because they are brought in by HTTP. In fact, I know that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, no, yeah, the problem is that I've got brought in content from another page, and I have not changed the HTTP to HTTPS. But this would be a good reminder, because otherwise I'm thinking everything's good. It's low. But then if you go and maybe on Firefox or another browser, you're gonna go, this website's not secure. You know, and then your clients are going to call you and go, why is my website not secure? And that actually can help you as a tech, like as a mechanism to fix errors, like, oh, well,
or
it's
worse,
this content.
Or worse, Warren, your clients or customers don't call you. And then now that they've seen your website doesn't work, they're never coming back.
Yeah.
That is the real threat of not having your website completely function.
Yeah. So, okay. So, the errors here are a Matomo, but that is not the problem with the HTTPS. The HTTPS is these logos on my book page, because all these.
So if somebody actually has this as a problem,
it's very common. I see it so much. Clients will call me and go, oh, my website's not secure. And then I'll say, well, it was, and then we'll find out. It's like, oh, well, there's this logo, and well, it has to be HTTPS. If it's not, then you need to download it and put it on your website, and then it will be HTTPS.
Instead of fetching the image from another site that doesn't have
that's
it.
What so many people do.
So that's a fix they can do themselves.
Very easy fix. Very easy fix.
Okay.
But something like this is like a wake-up call. If you don't have enough wake-up calls, there's another one. So all content, this is really good. This is very important. Broken links. I have broken links on my website.
I know I do.
Everyone does. Yeah. Okay. Some people are going to say they don't, but they might, but we could check. So there's a lot of different ways we could check this too.
Websites die. People don't renew their domain names every day.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be broken outbound links. So I'm linking to, a website in 2019, maybe it doesn't exist, or I've got internal broken links because, I was linking to, the book page where the URL is 2 books, and then I changed it to 3 books. Well, then that link doesn't work if I hard linked it, if I hard coded it,
Yeah. And you didn't have a 301 redirect.
Yeah. Everyone does this. I mean, if there's the 301 redirects are the ones you do, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this as well. And you have like your little workflow. But sometimes you're sitting on the train and you're just like, oh, I'm just going to change this. And I got to get off the train. And then you get off and you don't think, I didn't do the redirect. And then you forget.
So the moral to the story is don't change the slug or the link of a blog post or page on your website unless you have 301 redirect, unless you make a specific 301 redirect.
You do the 301 redirects, or you don't hard link it. Like, a lot of problems is the links. You use your domain name as well, and then whoops, you relaunch your whole website, and then half of your links don't even work. That's interesting. So I have 10 broken outbound links and 10 broken inbound links. I wonder if they're related. But here's a great example. Okay, so here's a blog post from 2019. Okay, this is pre-pandemic blog post. And, I linked to places that, okay, these places either don't exist or they have changed the URL.
Yeah.
And so this is a bit of, housework that I need to do, like once a month or so. I need to go through and say, do I have any broken links? These have changed. And then I need to see, what they are. So this is really important. And then I've got—
Once a month is achievable, right?
No, once a quarter. I think once a month's going to put a lot of pressure on us. I mean,
okay, once a quarter.
Once a quarter, I think, is good. And then we've got broken inbound links. So websites are coming to us, like coming to our site, and it's broken. So that's something that we can.
What's broken, them or us?
Their site is broken. So someone has linked to our site, and the link they're using is no longer valid. So again, maybe we've changed it, yeah, since they linked it. But then this gives us the opportunity to reach out to them and go, hey, you've got this link to our site, and it's no longer working. Here's the new site. So this is also really useful. Yeah. This is the free version of Ahrefs, so you get to see 10. It says there's 12. So if I sign up, then I can see the other 2.
Or you can fix those 10.
I can fix those 10. Oh, you're so smart. Wow, you're beautiful and smart. So you get the whole package. Yeah, you get, oops, I'm sorry, all of my people are calling. It's Father's Day in Germany. So now I've lost track, so all of my children are calling me.
Well,
how many children?
all of your children,
all
all 2 of them.
Children. Yeah, all my children. So what was I saying?
You were saying that it's Father's Day in Germany, and I read today, by the way,
before that
traditionally on Father's Day, the fathers all get together and do a pub crawl.
That is traditional. I am a very untraditional father. So on Father's Day, well, yeah, I worked, but then I made breakfast with my son. I helped him clean his room. We built a wardrobe for him, and then I took him to McDonald's for a late lunch. And because I spent Father's Day with the kids, you know, I'm really untraditional. But while we were driving there, we must have almost run over about 3 groups of drunken guys, like rolling around the street. I'm thinking, do you have, because no, they call it Father's Day in Germany, but they also call it a Männertag, yeah, so the day of men. And then I swear half the guys running around, you know, pissed out of their gourds, they don't have kids. They're just like, oh, we're men, we're going to be drunk today.
Oh, damn, man.
It's very disturbing.
Speaking of disturbing, so the next thing we have to do is check for duplicate or missing content.
Yes. Now, this is not as easy as it sounds. Okay. So there's duplicate content and there's duplicate content. There's duplicate content that we have on our website. There's also duplicate content on the internet because someone has taken content from our website and has
plagiarized
on there. Plagiarism.
Okay.
Exactly. So there's a couple of different ways we can do that. Now there's the really easy way. So I'm just going to grab some content from my site here. Here, I'm just going to grab 3 paragraphs. Okay. I'm copying this. Now I'm going to go over to Google. This is our favorite search machine. And then I'm just going to place in Google what I copied. And I'm going to see what Google shows to see if, you know, if this appears, you know, anywhere. Oddly enough, it's not appearing.
You don't have to put it in quotes?
No, you can just put it in here. I'm gonna put it in quotes, but I never usually put it in quotes. But I'm gonna put it in quotes, okay? I'm gonna put in quotes here to make you happy.
It should come up with some Amazon stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so but no, see, this does not help. See,
oh, weird.
I get this. Yeah, no, you don't have to put in quotes.
Well, that's good. You don't have duplicate content then.
Okay, so the problem here is, what would I expect? I put something from my website here. I should be number 1. Like, where's my website, you know?
That's the first thing, but that copy is also on Amazon for the book and also on the other 2 books, which is why I'm sure you picked it. But at the very, very bottom, does it say show all results with something admitted? No, it doesn't.
It doesn't do that.
How weird.
It's weird because this is like, you know, your go-to way to do it. A better way
probably because it says institutional educational institutions.
Yeah.
I mean, you picked something that was unique. That was unique to that specific.
Yeah, but it should still find it on our website. Anyway, so we're gonna find a better way.
On the actual landing page.
Yeah, so we're gonna find it.
I got it.
There's a couple of different tools we can use. They're free. Is this Copyscape and SiteLiner. Okay, So if I go to Copyscape and I just put in the website here, okay, it's going to show, see, now it says, okay, so it says that there is duplicate content on my from this page. So
Yeah.
I've got exactly that same content on my German page.
Yeah.
It's on the author page. It's on Amazon. It's
Yeah. Can you
on
make that
your LinkedIn.
zoomy? Can you
Zoomy.
zoom that? Yeah.
Zoom, zoom,
Zoom
zoomy.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
too zoomy. There you go.
That's more better.
And more better. Yeah. So there's your Amazon
Amazon.
content.
Ooh, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, Amazon again. And then you can get more if you pay them money. You get a premium account, then you can get some more. But we also have Siteliner. Siteliner shows even more duplicate content. They get really into the nitty-gritty here. So, you know, now we can see, I could put in this specific URL. I'm going to put in the specific URL in Siteliner and see if it shows.
No pages with duplicate content.
It doesn't make any sense though. Maybe we, you know, maybe actually that content is, okay, here we go. So, okay, there are 529 matching words over 3 pages on my website. So that's probably is exactly.
Yeah, because we have 3 books.
Yeah. Okay. So here it appears on this page. There's the business. There's the 8 easy steps. That's the small business. This is the school. Yeah. So those are the 3 pages where exactly that content is probably going to be shown. And so Siteliners.
And nobody's stealing it.
Good. And nobody's stealing it, which is good. Well, they should steal it because then they could like advertise the books. But
well, that's true. You can put it on Twitter.
Yeah, for sure. So, you know, there's a couple of options here that are free. Now, there's another free option that I really like. It's called Screaming Frog. You know, like eat the frog, you know?
Yeah.
So Screaming Frog it's a free spider tool. You can download right on your website, and it's like your Google. You know, you can just pretend you're Google. And what it does is it will spider your website up to 500 URLs. Okay. Now there is a paid version which will show you duplicate content, but on the free version, what's really good is that it also shows you duplicate titles.
Gotta love the English show.
Just gonna pause it. Just gonna pause it for itself. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna pause it for a second. Because when it's running, it just sucks all of the internet out, you know.
Yeah.
But so as it is, you can sort of see, like, you know, there's no exact duplicate content here. You can see with the H2s, there's 9 duplicate H2s, you know. There are 32 duplicate H1s, you know. And you can also check your meta descriptions to see if any are missing, any are duplicated, you know. And this is really useful. This will give you a lot of work.
Where's the missing ones?
There is no missing ones on the ones
that I know, but I didn't know where it was because that's in German. Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
Just because you're like multilingual, weirdo.
Yeah, well, we speak to an international audience here.
No, I know, but I just want to know what the tab was because I don't read.
Configuration. Where's the language here?
It's fine. Now we know where it's going to be.
Fehlender is missing.
I know alle is all.
Duplicate. Alle
that
is
makes
all.
Sense. Yeah. I took some German.
There you go. See, you can see if your page titles are duplicated or if they're missing. If you're going to take over a website for someone, this is an amazing tool. And if you're relaunching,
can you download that as an Excel spreadsheet?
You can export it. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, this is just as.
Well, that
this
sounds
is
like
the
a good
coolest
way
thing.
to start with a website overhaul after you do the audit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is a great content and structural audit. It can alert you to to technical problems. It can alert you to canonical problems, to security problems, to all sorts of, your internal and external links, your JavaScript, your style sheets. It gives you an amazing overview, like, oh my goodness, 25% of my website is JavaScript. Yeah, that's shocking. 20% is style sheet. That is really highly disturbing. It's about the same amount of data for the pictures on my website as for the style sheets. This is perverted. And I mean, that's great
Don't look
information
up
to
mine,
have.
then.
I looked at yours, and then I looked away.
Beaver Builder, that's a problem with Beaver Builder. It has a lot of style sheets.
Page Builder. Let's not talk about that. Well, I mean, most of it's not our fault. We assume our website has a style sheet, but every plugin that we install, has its own style sheet.
What?
Yeah.
Plugins have style sheets?
Of course they do.
To style their forms and stuff.
Well, for anything, I mean, some of these plugins bring in huge amounts of JavaScript, of style sheets. I don't know what else, icons. It's crazy. And if you've got WordPress and you stick,
even for their UI on your website, for the back end.
Not just for the back end, but also for the front end. I mean, let's imagine WooCommerce. Okay.
Yeah.
WooCommerce will have a back end, so an admin look and feel.
Right.
And I mean, all that cool stuff that comes, the little sale buttons, all this stuff that requires JavaScript.
That's all style sheets.
Style sheets, yeah. Now we can style them ourselves, but I mean, how many layers of style sheet stuff? So half of my website is JavaScript and style sheet. Half of it.
That's burdensome.
That is.
Sounds like that's why you need a really good managed WordPress host.
You need a really good managed host if you are going to take off into the stratosphere of sales, I guess, or being found. It's got to be fast. Speed wins.
Sounds like a good article. WooCommerce, style sheets, and managed hosting.
Well, I think then we should
pencil that in for
Tech Talk 6. Definitely.
Oh my goodness.
Next time we have to talk about our poor orphaned pages.
Aw, so sad.
Please,
sir, can I have some more?
No more JavaScript for you. Anyway, wow. Okay, well, this has been kind of a weird tech talk, but a good one, I guess, as well.
We're conversational and funny.
We are.
Otherwise, why are people watching? They could just read the internet themselves.
I don't know. Maybe no one is watching. Is anyone watching? Please click somewhere, and then we'll know you're there. Anyway, we just do this because we like talking with each other, and there you go.
Well, it's good information to send to our clients.
Damn good information, and it's there for free. Not behind any paywall yet.
A lot cheaper than me at $192.5 an hour.
Ouch. Wow, that's twice what I charge an hour.
Well, I've been trying to tell you to raise your rates to at least €150, but you won't listen to me.
No, I'm just, giving you the opportunity, like, women in tech and everything. I don't want to give you some more customers or something. I don't know. And being a gentleman.
Bye for now from San Antonio, Texas.
Bye from Manland, Bremen, Germany. Talk to you later. Bye.
That was hilarious.
Oh, you said that before I was able to press stop. I was trying.
Oh, it's not stopped yet.
It's still clicking. Stop.